Hello, PHBC family. I pray you and yours are well during the season of separation. I miss not being able to be with you in person, but hopefully this and the videos that we've got coming out soon will serve you and will provide helpful resources for you as you bunker down and worship together as a family. So today, I want to recommend some kids' books. We live in a wonderful time for solid, gospel-centered, biblical children's books. And so I want to run through a few that I would recommend from birth all the way through high school. So here's some recommendations. Starting with our 0 to 2, the first is actually a series of books called the Baby Believer Primer series. The primer is just talking about basic things from opposites to counting to emotions, but from a biblical perspective and with just beautiful artwork. So with the counting one, rather than just counting to 6, you can cover the 6 days of creation or the 7 I am statements of Jesus from the Gospel of John. The emotions one walks through Holy Week, which is just around the corner from us, talking about things like love, thankfulness, and being even overwhelmed. So a great way with solid biblical content to go through emotions. So this is the Baby Believer series. Another recommendation for the 0 to 2, it's called The Biggest Story ABC. So those cover the other early learning aspects. This covers the alphabet, but it does the alphabet through the storyline of Scripture, starting with Adam and Eve, going through the Old Testament, Jesus, his sacrifice for us, and ultimately ending in Zion, the new heavens and the new earth. Again, beautifully illustrated, wonderfully solid content to go through your ABCs. Those are just a couple recommendations for our youngest age group. Moving then to the next, to our toddler, preschool, kindergarten age, so early elementary, the Biggest Story ABC was for the younger kids. The Biggest Story itself is for this next age group. This, again, the same style of illustration, beautiful. It tells the entire storyline of Scripture in a handful of pages. Wonderful to read together, either in one sitting or to work through devotionally. I absolutely love this book. Also for this early elementary age, this particular book is called God's Very Good Idea, but it is part of a series of books called Tales That Tell the Truth. And these take on themes, whether bullying, saying goodbye, diversity, all sorts of themes, but come at it from an accessible and thoroughly biblical way. And they just, again, all these books just look cool. But this one is a personal favorite. It is excellent. I strongly recommend it. And then another one in the series is called The Garden, the Curtain, and the Cross. And I especially wanted to bring this one up because it has an Easter calendar that can come along with it. So you might be familiar with Advent calendars in the Christmas season. Well, this is an Easter calendar. Same idea, but you begin it 2 weeks before Easter, so at the end of March, and it has daily readings. It even has little tabs that you can unfold. What a wonderful way to prepare your family for Easter with this book and its guide. So moving now to older elementary, again, still really helpful books, but covering themes that are a little bit heavier. This one is a new one that I just picked up and am absolutely in love with. It's called The Moon is Always Round, and it tells a family's struggles with suffering, but finding how to continue to trust in and rely on God, even when darkness is all around. And so what a timely book for this. The Moon is Always Round is excellent. And then a few months ago for Sanctity of Human Life Sunday, I referenced this on a Sunday morning. It's called How Much Is a Little Girl Worth? And it is beautiful. It is a tearjerker. If you have a daughter, just get it. It is fantastic and really speaks to how we are all worthy because we are made in God's image. And then one last recommendation for the elementary age, the Jesus Storybook Bible. So Pastor Brian gives this out all the time. We have talked about it before, but it's just my favorite children's Bible. We read it together as a family regularly. I read it just because it does the best job of connecting all of those familiar Bible stories right to Jesus and shows how he truly is the centerpiece of the entire Scriptures. So Jesus Storybook Bible, cannot recommend it highly enough. Two final recommendations for our middle and high school students. The first is a book called This Changes Everything, and it's written by a teenager for teenagers. It is new. It really does a good job of tackling modern issues from a biblical perspective in a way that's relatable, because again, this is not some old person. This is a teenager who wrote it. Jaquel Crow did a fantastic job. I really like This Changes Everything. And the final recommendation, a book called If God, Then What? So this is apologetics done in an accessible way. It is short, it is funny, it is story-based. I refer back to it often when I'm thinking through the arguments for faith and how to respond to those who would argue against it. So, If God, Then What? By Andrew Wilson. Now, we have an article on phbc.com that has all of these books, links to buy them. So if you are interested in learning more about these books, I encourage you to head over to our website. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Praying for you. Love you. God bless.